long-awaited episode of Working the Crowd. We are finally back. It's been close to a month since we recorded. Dude, life. What has been going on, Chris?
Man, just same old, just work and stuff. I know you had a little vacay, and then just a couple days I had some personal stuff going on. But you know what? This is the thing. I'm in a good mood now. You know why? Do you know why? Our tribal chief is back, baby. Let me go full on with this. Roman Reigns is back. This is my Roman belt. Got the little Roman logos. You got the little Superman there. Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, is back.
I'm drowning this out, by the way. I don't need to hear this.
You're what? Say it again?
Drowning this out.
Oh, God.
Okay, not going to lie.
You love
Last
it, you
night,
know it.
It wasn't last night. It was Monday night. Whenever Roman returned, I popped. I was excited. It's time. And I did read on the internet today that he is scheduled for every Monday Night Raw leading up to SummerSlam. About fucking time, dude.
I read that, and I'll go ahead and say it. I'm like, well, it's like 2 weeks away, so.
Oh, well, I guess that's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
so after
but still,
SummerSlam,
yeah, it's going to be good.
Well, what's been going on in life, man? Just working or hanging out?
Man, just working, trying to keep up with everything. This was a busy week of wrestling, for all of us. You had yourself quite the weekend. We mentioned it last time, but you were at the Texas Rangers Stadium for All In, man.
I was. And, dude, not going to lie, it was probably one of the best wrestling shows that I've attended in a long time. AEW, B-card player, I get it, but they brought it. They brought the show. It was WrestleMania worthy, 100%. Excessive pyro. I love me some pyro, dude. And they were popping shit all night. It wasn't just here and there, man. It was every other entrance had a pyro. The one downfall for me was, since I was up in the upper deck, they didn't connect the speakers in the actual stadium, so all the speakers were pointed down to the floor. So it was really kind of hard to hear, especially when Adam Cole was talking about being injured, and that kind of I couldn't hear anything he was saying. And then every announcement that Justin Roberts was making, I couldn't hear. All the music was just real muffled. But besides that, whatever. The matches were great, every one of them. I really, really enjoyed Monet and Storm. Dude, that was match of the night, hands down. And you needed to have been there live. Straight up, even from the 300 sections, that match was bomb.
No, I know, no surprise there. I mentioned it before, Toni Storm is just operating on another level lately. I have zero problem with people saying she's the best women's wrestler in the world right now. It's all stuff like that's all opinion, but she's amazing, and everything she does is gold and entertaining. And Mercedes is without a doubt one of the best wrestlers, women's wrestlers in the world. She can really work with lots of different people, different styles. I'm glad to see that it wasn't just a simple passing of the torch. Tony's too hot right now. That's something they can, go back to and, hopefully get to see again. But no surprise, that's the best match of the night.
And I was going to say, Toni Storm has been able to, blossom into her own character that WWE would not allow.
Oh, yeah.
So, straight up, she's right where she needs to be. I don't know.
As much as I enjoyed her in WWE and NXT more than she didn't get as much of a chance, in WWE, but if you had to explain her character, well, she looks like kind of punk rocker type thing, but that was about all you could say. She was entertaining always, but this timeless thing, it is without it's again, I would say she's female superstar of the year last year. She may repeat that this year. I have zero problem, as much of a primarily WWE fan as you and I are most of the time. I have zero problems saying that anyone that would say she's the best women's wrestler in the world right now, she's just fantastic. Absolutely.
Yeah, hands down. Like I said, best match of the night. And
so being so far up, did you see her interesting reversal she pulled on?
Dude, yes. And I was like, holy shit. And my buddy Shane was with me, and I'm like, did you just see what she did? He was like, no. And I'm like, oh my God. was like, no shot. Like, that was 2003 WrestleMania.
I mean,
or whatever it was all over again. It was.
Yeah, her
Like I
promos.
said,
I mean, her promos are crazy. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen her. Like, a lot of after the big event, she'll do these interviews on the media stuff.
yeah.
They're gold. Like, I'm not even gonna try and repeat it because it would just wouldn't do it justice. But like, Tony Khan just sits there like with his eyes wide open because he has no idea what she's about to say every time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hilarious.
Pulls out this paper and she goes down this list of people. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Hey, I like you. Okay, blah,
dirty
blah,
limericks. I mean, all
you.
kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's great. She's on, like I said, she's operating on another level, and I'm it's one of those things. I'm very happy that she got to go to a place that works better. That's clearly better suited for her. That's as AEW's. It's such a good thing for a lot of people. There, Ricochet. He's getting a chance to do different stuff, and it's working for him. He's getting to show a different side of himself. I mean, it's great to have an alternative. So.
Yeah. No, like even like I said, being at that show, I'm not gonna say it opened my eyes because I already knew. Like they're great, but just being at that show, it just goes to tell you that they can put on a quality production if given the chance.
Yeah.
And they were saying that there was going to be, 20,000 people at that stadium or whatever. Dude, that place, regardless of what anybody on the internet says, that place was jam-packed. And I've been to Ranger games and other events there where I know a jam-packed stadium versus not a jam-packed stadium, right?
Yeah.
I've seen it with 10,000 people in it. I've seen it with 50,000 people in it. And there was probably 35,000 people. It was, dude, tell me where they're going wrong. And
yeah.
I mean,
did you see, there's some video of some dude, I guess, that either I don't know if he went to the show or if he just watched the pay-per-view, but lifelong WWE fan, and he talked about how this event opened his eyes to AEW, and I see like all the AEW diehards like latching onto that, like, see, this is proof WWE's going down, which I got into a small little back and forth with one guy who posted that, but I just was like, dude, it's like, see, WWE failed because they were trying to completely overshadow AEW in this show that people are opening their eyes, and I was like, I mean, I don't think they thought they were going to just like make AEW go out of business by hosting the Great American Bash in Saturday Night's main event opposite their biggest show of the year, but again, it's a good thing that there's stuff that everyone can watch out there, and so I'm glad that it was a good show. I hope AEW gets more momentum. I don't see WWE slowing down too much anytime soon, but I hope AEW gets more momentum. It's better for everybody.
So, and at the end of the day, like now that I have gone back before All In, if I hadn't attended that show, and let's say Saturday night's main event was in Dallas and AEW All In was in Arlington, I'm a WWE guy, so I would be like, ooh, I'm going to go to WWE. I'm going to go watch that. That would have been a mistake. Like, straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of how long that show was, and okay, that's the one complaint.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up because I know we talked about it the other night. That was back to the Mania 34 and 35 days for you, huh?
Well, it actually surpassed WrestleMania 35 in time. So
did it? Oh gosh.
It did by like 14 minutes. So it was
rough.
Insane. Like, I'm here going to another show that surpasses WrestleMania 35 time-wise, and I promised myself I would never do that again. And then I'm sitting up there like, okay, like I was waiting for Tony and Monet, but then after that match, I was just so exhausted. I'm like, dude, we still have 2 more matches to go.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, it's one of those things. It's if the matches are good, it can keep you going, But that's a lot to ask for anyone, even the most hardcore fans. So
I think what really just slowed the card down was the gauntlet matches. Dude, that was probably the most unnecessary thing on the card. Both the men's and the women's. Like, gauntlet match is fine, but they did it like Royal Rumble style, first pinfall. Like, and that's
such a weird thing because it's obvious nothing of consequence could happen until everyone's there.
Right.
I mean, in theory, they could just try to shock people by someone getting a pin first and oops, it's over. But like, I don't. That's that concept of how they do that. I was not actually aware of that until you explained it to me, and that's very weird. And then it's funny because Raw responded with I don't know if they responded. They probably just did it. because they needed to fill time. But Raw had its own gauntlet match, which we'll get to that in a little while. It was good though.
It was a great gauntlet match because
Yes,
that's what it
that's
was.
what that was a gauntlet match. But you know,
Yeah.
whatever they want to call it, it is what it is. You know. But yeah, I agree. That definitely seemed like just let's get everyone in there as much as possible because that's for all intents and purposes that's their WrestleMania every year now. That's what it's turned into with after the first big show at Wembley that they decided to pretty much make that their mania, on kind of so.
And they've announced that they're going back across the pond for next year.
Oh, they did? Okay, cool.
Which is great. I do think that, and this is just me being biased, I think that they should host those shows in America, in the U.S., but whenever they sell 99,000 tickets or 78,000 tickets at Wembley, I mean, I get it. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Going to different places is gonna, you get an audience that doesn't get to see them as often. That's good, So this is a different era of wrestling altogether. We've talked about it before. These are not American products. These are worldwide, entertainment products, and that's just what it is now. So all we can do, at least you have the weekends off usually. So you son of a bitch getting to go to those shows while I was at work.
Yeah, well, it is what
you're
it is.
You're like telling me, dude, I gotta, can you call in?
Yeah, I got a spare ticket, dude. Let's go.
Bro, I was tempted. I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted, but I did not.
Well, I can tell you that Shane asked several times where the hell Roach was, and I'm like, well, AT&T
what can I do?
or wherever you work has you kind of strapped down. You can't call in, so
yeah. So it is what it is, But so I mean, the show, like I said, the feedback I got, from a lot of people was the matches are good, definitely long. That's a pretty common, thing. It was definitely long. But a lot of AEW fans were, just really satisfied. The main event was something, Mox had been kind of holding that the belt, he had it like in a briefcase because he wasn't showing it, so he'd been holding that title hostage for quite a while, and it was kind of a big moment of a bunch of people joining in to defeat him and all that. And Hangman, hey man, Hangman's awesome, straight up.
We saw him.
You've seen him a couple times now. You know what he's all about. I know you're a fan of him. So that's awesome. It's awesome. He came out, put it on a fire. I didn't see the results of Dynamite tonight, but I did see he came out with a little fiery promo, dropping an F-bomb in it, and the crowd's good for it, man. I'm happy, dude. I'm happy that good stuff going on there. So
yeah, for sure. Well, I guess let's move on.
Yeah. So Saturday night's main event happened, and to say that I was disappointed in Seth getting injured is just beyond like an understatement. First and foremost, just whatever it is, I hope he's okay. Just it's bad just because he's a person, for real. As a fan watching the show, I am just gutted because I've been talking forever about how much I'm ready for a Seth versus Roman feud to lead to Mania, and this potentially puts that in doubt of how they want to do that. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. It sounds like it's a legit thing that is gonna keep him out for a while. So all we can do is wait and see and hope that he comes out of it okay. So
I do have a worst case scenario that I might want to push by you, but I don't know if I should because it's something that you could or couldn't hold against me. So I don't know if I should actually say it or not.
Well, you got to now because you've said it, so you started to, so you got to say it. Now I want to hear it. So
what if? And this is just a big what if? And God forbid this actually happened. What if Punk goes over and this whole my knee is injured is just a ploy for Seth to run his ass out there and cash in on Punk right after the main event?
And SummerSlam?
Well, yeah, because that's 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
So,
if that's the case, then boy, have they. I mean, there's a couple people saying it was. Some people are saying it's a work in terms of like he was actually already injured and they planned it, which that seems a bit. I don't see them having him
Yeah.
go out there if it was a legit injury, risking worse. You know, I don't see that. Would it be? Would I be? If it happens, I'm just gonna say, "Wow, they got us." You know, that's all I can
Yeah.
say. And on top of it, I'll also say, "Oh, CM Punk and all of his fans just."
But if not,
Oh,
what's great about it
dude,
is
you
I
know,
hate to
tiny
I
little. I'm
hate
gonna
to
get out my
say,
tiny little violin. I'm gonna
uh,
just rib you endlessly over it if it happens.
here's the thing though.
I don't think it is though. I think it's unfortunately I think it's legit, and I'm very sad for as a fan, you know, with the storyline that I'm hoping to see, and also as a fan of Seth Rollins. I just hope he's okay, you know. So
Yeah, for certain. But what do we do with Money in the Bank? Do we just hold on to that for the 6 months and then come in and
Paul
do we just
Heyman
forget about it?
pointed out on Raw he's got till June, so if in theory he's out for 6 months ish or so, if they think he's gonna be back before then, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna let him hold on to it, and
Yeah,
it will be one of those crazy pop situations. If they're able to keep it a secret, especially, it will be an absolute holy shit
he
pop moment.
returns.
I
He
mean,
returns and cashes in.
what was it? Extreme Rules when he returned last time. Dude,
Yeah,
we went nuts for that. That was so crazy. We did not know it was coming. They kept it a secret. He came out to a huge pop after Roman beat AJ in one of the better matches. You know, of course, it's Roman and AJ, so no surprise there. But that pop, that is definitely one of the bigger holy shit awesome moments that
yeah,
I've ever witnessed. Was Seth come back out of nowhere, which led to the Money in the Bank, one of the better pay per views. Seth wins, beats Roman, Dean Ambrose cashes in. But
yep,
if he if it's a work and he's back at SummerSlam, it'll be fun to see. But otherwise, I hope they keep it a secret if he's able to come back, and that it's just an absolute out of nowhere holy shit moment. So
yeah.
um,
100%. What weekend is SummerSlam?
it's the second and third, so it's two weekends from now. So we've got 2 more weeks. We've got 2 more episodes of Raw coming our way before it comes in. So
So we've got on the card so far for
Mhm.
SummerSlam. I think we only got maybe two things: Punk and Gunther, and then the triple threat for the women's Intercontinental title.
no, well we got that. We've got no the King of the Ring confirmed. So we've got Jade and Tiffany's confirmed
Oh yeah,
because that was a
that's right.
stipulation, and Cody and John Cena. I think there's a few things already shaping up. I'd say it's pretty much obvious it's going to be Dom and AJ. How fun has AJ been this last 3 weeks? Every time Dom turns around, AJ's just there giving him shit. And now Dom's got to get tested by medical next week. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be I feel it's going to be like a really funny segment because Dom's going to try to walk around limping or something. That's going to be very entertaining, I predict. So
Yeah, 100%.
there's that.
Oh, you know what? We completely skipped over
Saturday night's main event in Evolution. Yeah, we're kind of skipping ahead.
Okay, so besides the Seth Rollins match and he got injured, Ellie and I think that, and I've told you this in text messages, dude, it's time. I really hope that they give him an opportunity, but it's getting to the point in his career, it's now or never, and I just don't see it happening at this point. He should have won, and I've said it, in my opinion, he should have won the gauntlet match, man, and even over Punk, he should have won it.
I feel the same way, but Punk's the bigger name for SummerSlam. I'll not gonna deny that. That's what it is. You might finally get your side plates, Brady. You will get those immediately if they happen right.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
so
plates. But here's the thing: I don't have a WHC to put them on, so I guess side plates are just going to be stacked against my CM Punk belt. So can't take the Cody plates off because it's tarnished right now by fucking god awful John Cena. And yeah,
You'll
anyway.
put it on. You can put on whatever you want. It is what it is. But no. So I mean, yeah. I mean, let's get back ahead before we get back into Raw. Like the main other thing as far as main event was Goldberg's retirement match. It went long. I was expecting a 10-minute match. So when it came out and there were still 20, over 20 minutes left, I was pleasantly surprised. It was better than I would have thought. For if you told me it was going to go almost 15 minutes, it was better than I thought it would have been.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I honestly thought that they were going to have a cash in, and
I was waiting.
Honestly,
I was waiting, but now, and that's the thing. There's rumors that stuff got shuffled around. Some people are saying Seth was never going to do it. I don't know. I mean, who knows, man? But apparently stuff got shuffled around. Because of Seth's injury, we'll never know. No one will ever know for sure, obviously. So there's not much point in speculating. But I will say, I think a little crappy that he couldn't have gotten the full retirement speech in there. I know they uploaded the whole thing, but at the same time, and undoubtedly that's an NBC thing. Also, 3 commercial breaks for a 15-minute match. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's another one of those, and people are already saying okay, if it's pretty obvious that Cena's final match will be Saturday Night's main event, that's kind of shitty if it's presented in a similar way.
Well, I actually started talking on X, and Mike Chioda, an old referee, I don't know if you know who he is.
Yep.
He actually, I said, hey man, this is why WWE Network was gold, because it was their network on their own time. They didn't have to worry about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he responded to me, and he said, dude, you've got a point. I'm like, I know. It's a situation where, when things like that happen, even on Peacock, why couldn't they have just let it roll on Peacock?
Yeah, I was.
That doesn't make sense, man.
Goldberg, I was watching on Peacock, and I know I was, again, same thing. What the heck, man? But
he deserved it.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely a legend. He is the only, other than Ric Flair, he's the only homegrown WCW guy that you can say was at that just massive superstar level.
Yep.
From WCW. Ric Flair was homegrown, kind of more before that. It was officially even WCW, even realistically. But you got other guys that were Sting and stuff. But Goldberg was absolutely on another level, one of the biggest stars of all time. So it sucks for him to not get a full speech. They uploaded online at least, but it's same. But I understand why they do the NBC specials. There's always going to be a need for some of that network television coverage. That's just, it's still, even though everything's kind of different than it was 10, 20 years ago, there's still value for them in network coverage. So that's why it's on NBC.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I, however, will not be surprised if Goldberg does decide to go have another retirement match elsewhere. I
wouldn't be. To me, it's kind of I don't know. Unless he just gets a crazy money offer or something. What else is he gonna do that would even be worth him getting in shape for? That would be a better send off than Gunther. The only thing really bad about it was that the retirement speech got cut short. Otherwise, I don't think it could have gone better. He put Gunther over, as you should, on your way out. So, but that's, other than that though, the event was what it was. And then the next night was Evolution, and dude, Evolution fucking rocked. Those women put on a hell of a fucking show.
All night.
Yeah, from the opening match, all the way through. It was a lot different than most of the PLEs lately that have been 4 or 5 matches. This one had, I think it was 7 or whatever. I liked it. It was a good pace. It didn't seem to drag. It kept everything going. The Battle Royal was a little bit predictable, some people said, but then again, Stephanie Vaquer, one of my favorites, is, she's a star, so it's no surprise that she got that spot. I'm very curious where that's going to go. It's going to be at the end of August is Clash in Paris, where she's getting a title shot. It was a good show. That main event is the biggest story. I told you when you got home, I was like, dude, you need to get off the internet and watch that main event. Did you do that?
I did.
And how how good was that? I mean, even
Dude,
besides
5 out of
the
5.
end, the ending just added it to a whole nother level of
Yeah.
memorability. But even before that, that match was just crazy good.
Yep,
Holy
5 out of
shit.
5, dude. So, I mean, they got the time they needed. They
Yeah.
worked, and I mean, what else can you do? I mean, what else do you need to say? It's
I mean, Io Sky is. There are some people saying she's one of the best wrestlers in the world, man, man or woman. Don't disagree with that at all. She's just absolutely amazing. She has gotten over to a huge degree over the last year, and I'm so happy to see it. It was great. Rhea is always going to be popular, probably. Some people say like, oh, they always go back to Rhea, but dude, she's over more than pretty much any other woman, so it's not surprising. But then I had a feeling, I just had this feeling it was either going to end with Rhea winning because they were really harping in that she's never beaten Io, and she still hasn't at this point. But then Naomi cashed in. What? Tell me, Brady. Tell me what it was like for you watching that.
I am not a fan of Naomi. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I dislike her character so hard. Even the Glow character. Hey, man. We're going to see where it goes. I'm not upset about it at this point. I'm really not. But I was like, damn. I was really hoping that if she was going to cash in, she was going to cash in for the WWE Women's Championship, not for the World Heavyweight. Because, I'm a huge Rhea fan, and I was sad because I'm like, I want Rhea to win. I want her to be the champion.
Yeah.
But we'll see where it goes.
Man,
but now
she got a huge pop when she came out. She's over, dude. She's over. And I'm this character. It was shaky at first. I said it openly. She's getting over the. Last week on SmackDown, she jumped Naomi. Oh, should have proceeded with caution, bitch. Like, I love it. Was great, dude. It was great. And then her coming out there, shutting down the "You Deserve a Chance." That was fantastic. And then laughed my ass off. I don't even know what you just said to Io. Like, she is absolutely. I'm telling you right now, Naomi is absolutely entertaining me on a regular basis at this point. I'm all in on it. I don't know that she needs a long title reign, and there's more, there's got to be more story with her and Jade and possibly Bianca down the line. Yeah. But for now, the fact that they shook things up, and that was great, dude. Money in the Bank cash in should not be so predictable. We have like, oh, they can cash in then. We thought they were going to cash in at, over a couple weeks back, and like, when you don't see it coming, Money in the Bank cash-ins are absolutely fantastic.
The best.
Yes, they're absolutely the best ones when you don't see it coming. So.
Yep. I didn't see Naomi cashing in on Rhea and Io.
I know really that's what made it so brilliant. It worked in every sense, and triple that was a triple threat at SummerSlam now with them.
Yep.
That's gonna be a banger match. I love it. I can't wait to see it. So.
I am. As much as I dislike Naomi, I was actually telling Nicole this. I think it's time to move on from Rhea and Io. So like for the title, like let's move on from that. Mm-hmm. I love Rhea, but new program. It's time.
To me, that's like in a couple years. Another Mania match for Rhea to finally chase. That's a thing Rhea can chase after, and I think it's better that they do hold it off because those. I mean, you said once you say you want to move on, they could wrestle every other weekend and probably be banger. But yeah, no, it will be very very huge if they. There's very few things that they can have Rhea chase after because she's so dominant, and this being one of them. I kind of hope that we. I mean, I'm sure they'll interact some, but I kind of hope it turns into a Io getting title and a. Down the line, and Rhea having to chase after because it's not often you get to see Rhea being someone who chases, and it's like believable that she shouldn't be dominating people. Io's, they really honed in on, Io just kind of always having her number and having counters for Rhea's move all the time. So yeah, I hope to see more of it. Just it'll be better if Rhea doesn't beat her for a while, I think. So
what do you think about the Becky? How she won the match at Evolution? I loved it.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly how Beck Hogan should be winning matches.
Shut the fuck up, Beck Hogan. Come on.
No, for what she's doing, that is absolutely how she should be winning matches. Sneaking on in there and stealing the pin. That's again, triple threats. It's not my favorite way of triple threats ending when someone sneaks it in, but in this case, it absolutely was the right move. For her, she didn't dominate either of them. They dominated each other, and she just swooped in and took it. Yeah, so I
think Becky's going to carry the IC title through SummerSlam, and then at SummerSlam, she's going to drop it, and she's going to do exactly what she needs to do.
Yeah. So I mean, let's get to it then. With Raw, 2 out of 3 falls match. How fucking good was that, by the way? Jesus, I love 2 out of 3 falls. They're so much fun when done right.
They are so
that third fall, when it gets to that point, it's just so exciting all of a sudden. And Lyra and Bayley were just absolutely killed it. And I'm very happy to see Lyra getting huge props from the crowd. I'm a big fan of hers. I've mentioned that before. She is slowly growing with the crowd every week, and her performances, it's no secret why. She's great. She could definitely use some work on the mic every now and then. There's always room for improvement there, but that was an amazing match.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with Bayley, though. Is she just there putting people over at this point, or
she seems to, that's kind of the rumor that someone was comparing her to she's there to help people. I won't be surprised if she gets a title, another couple titles, mid card or world at some point. I'd say she's very easily got several years left in her, but it's definitely more of I believe she's there to help people. I found it interesting. I heard some people saying a lot of people may not realize it, but Bayley's a locker room leader, even not just to the women. So
yeah,
she's absolutely still gonna be around for a while, one way or another. So, but I don't think this is necessarily the twilight of her career or anything like that. She can still work, and I think she'll get titles. At least another couple times, if not a few times.
For sure. Okay. Well, did Trish retire?
She didn't. They never said anything about retiring. No. She put on dude. It was only like a 10-minute match, but man, dude, she looked incredibly good. Like what she was doing, she was busting out like all kinds of flips and reversals. It was a decently fast-paced 10-minute match, and it didn't look like she was being like carried or anything like at all. I was like very pleasantly surprised. She didn't look, she didn't miss a step. There wasn't any. I think there was maybe one times when Tiff tried to do her little thing where she kind of like does a cartwheel into picking her up for an Alabama, which that's not the first time that one's been a little bit doesn't come off right. It's kind of an awkward move for both people to get right. But other than that, I mean, it was what it was. The build-up wasn't anything special, and the match wasn't anything special, but it was. Trish looked good, though. There was definitely no talk of retirement. She got a little, thank you, Trish, from the fans and everything. Tiff got out of there really fast, which is obvious why. Trish was getting her love from the crowd. So, I think if she decides that it's I'm trying to remember actually, Brady. You're gonna be better able to answer this question than I am. But did she ever officially say she did retire, or did she just say I'm taking did she say I was taking a break? Because if she did say she retired, well, she's been back 10 times since then. So.
No, I don't think that she's ever officially retired.
Just hasn't been full time, obviously, for 10 plus years, whatever it is, by now.
I think that they would do a retirement run with Trish. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did something similar, not nearly as long, but something similar with Trish as they did Cena.
I thought they were going to do something like that. I mean, she healed it up, a couple years back, and it was great. She was fantastic. She looked like she was having a ball when she did that run, But I wouldn't hate it if she got a title.
don't you have a clip on your phone that you send me quite often that Trish telling a fan to shut the fuck up?
Yeah, whenever you need to shut the fuck up, I send that. I have a few of those, I've
Yeah.
got a couple different, clips of, shut the fuck ups that I throw your way, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I do think that they could do something along the same lines as Cena with Trish. I mean, and it would work.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I'd say
so,
she deserves like an official give her the moment kind of a thing to have a whether it's a one last match or like an actual run that leads to something. She
Yeah.
she is absolutely, I don't think any of the evolution now, it absolutely started with her. It needed a lot more room to grow after her, but it wouldn't have her and Lita among many others, not just but her and Lita absolutely spearheaded women becoming serious wrestlers more than just bra and panties matches. So she absolutely deserves a big moment whenever she's ready to do that. So
for sure. Other than that, I don't really remember too much more about Evolution, other than it was a great card.
It's a good show. The Battle Royal was what it was. Nikki Bella's out there. You had a couple NXT matches, dude. Okay, I will say this: the other match that was great stood out was the 4-way tag match. I forgot about that. That was a great match. Like absolutely all over the place. I think I messaged you at one point like, holy crap, dude, Alexa is so over. She does not need the Wyatt Six. I want to put a stop to that. She doesn't need the Wyatt Six. She's entertaining on her own. Even the stuff with her and Charlotte, it's picking up. Fans are into it. They've found this little groove of them riffing off each other, and Charlotte like saved her during the match. I'm sure you saw the clip. It was a good match. Sol Ruka got a little showcase. It was great.
I would have never thought upon Alexa's return that her and Charlotte were going to be doing a thing. Like,
yeah,
never.
It's very quickly they're getting a groove and it's absolutely working. I kind of think they're probably going to challenge at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
and I can see them winning, and big fan, happy moment. I'm looking forward to what happens on SmackDown. They're part of that. So yeah.
Cody and Cena are going to be on SmackDown, by the way. Yeah. So, all right.
So yeah, we already know that's coming, but I don't know much to say there. I want to see what they do. I want to see what Cody has to say now that it's like past Saturday night's main event and it's time to kick into that. So we'll see what's going to happen there. But other than that, Evolution was a good show. You had some cool NXT stuff. Blake Monroe had a little heel turn that Michael Cole botched the call on that. Like I don't remember what he said, but he basically was like, wait, was she supposed to do that? Or like, and it was clear she was turning heel and all this. Like he definitely messed that up in terms of how he called it. But that doesn't matter. Blake is she's gonna be good. She's gonna be just fine. She's great. So and I love Jordan Grace, so I'm excited to see more of them too. But other than that, Evolution was a good show. The early word I heard was that WWE was extremely pleased with it and very, very much was like, yep, we're going to have to do this again. Maybe not what I heard was it's not necessarily going to be like for sure an annual thing, but it's very unlikely it'll be 7 years for another one. So it was a great show. I have zero problems if it became an annual thing personally, but we'll see how
I wouldn't mind if it was an annually or even, every other year. Like every other year is fine. Like I have no issue with that.
They have enough talent to carry a 3.5 to 4 hour show with zero issue. So absolutely bring it on. Let's do it. It gives them more, I think the more times they can have some of that focus to head into something specific, it helps everything unless someone gets injured a month before and they have to redo all the plans apparently. But that is what it is. So no,
I was a little disappointed that we didn't get any type of big return, an AJ Lee return. That would be
I full on. When the battle royal happened, as they were bringing people out, I was sitting there when I want to say that Nikki Bella was the last one out. I can't remember exactly who the last one out was. Probably Nikki though, just because I was full on okay, are we I was hoping for Paige or AJ. Either one would have been good. Yeah. I was specifically hoping for Paige. Didn't happen. Is what it is though. So
Yeah, like you said, they've got more than enough talent. Like,
Yeah.
the card was great without them. And, we'll see. I mean, we may or may not ever get a Paige or an AJ Lee return. At this point, it's all speculation. But,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Word is Roxanne once that's like her dream match that she will continuously try to convince AJ to come do. So we'll see how that goes. I'd love to see it. I mean, she's still clearly in good shape. There's videos of her like working in the ring with Punk and stuff. I'd love to see it again. Wait and see, but. So after that, let's get into Raw. We kind of talked about some of it. We talked about the 2 out of 3 match with Bayley and where that's headed and everything. That's really good. Bex coming out in her red and yellow was great.
Just to troll everybody. It's the best.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So then what else happened besides the Gauntlet match? I'm trying to remember. There was the AJ and Dom stuff, which, as I said, I cannot wait for whatever segments they have with Dom's physical next week.
Yeah. God, what all did happen? My main thing was the Gauntlet match.
Yeah, the Gauntlet match and that was the two big things for sure. There was something else. I don't remember. It wasn't. If I don't remember, it wasn't as big. So, are you looking up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Dude, this is terrible. How do we both not remember?
It's almost as if there was like, from Friday through Monday, there was like 5 or 6 major shows happening. That's,
Dang, man.
Yeah.
The promo with Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the Kabuki Warriors versus Lyra. Is that right? No, not Lyra.
The tag champs. Yeah.
The tag Roxanne and Raquel.
Yeah, and that's when Dom came out and helped, and he's like, "Oh, it was the adrenaline. I'm still injured, but no, it was a good match, and I'm enjoying Roxanne and Raquel."
And then you had Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella and Chelsea Green, which.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then did with Stephanie and Nikki in the ring. I mean,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then after that, Gunther came out and, just fucking had a horrible fucking promo. And then, and then the Gauntlet match started. And then Braun Breaker beat Penta, and then he beat LA Knight, and then he beat Jay, and then Punk came out with his ass. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, you're shorting over that because you couldn't wait to get to Punk, huh? No, dude, let's talk about it because, holy crap, dude. Okay, that Gauntlet match was awesome. How about Braun Breaker? Holy shit. That guy can fucking work, and word was this was a big, seen as a big test for him to see how he would handle it. Past the flying colors, I'd say. He looked great. I mean, it was...
The whole match.
It was like an hour by the time he got to the end of it, wasn't it? Pretty sure.
Yeah, it was. It started, I think, at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Maybe 8:30, something like that.
Probably the promo segment started at the end and the match got going later, but yeah. I mean, I love that they're focusing on Braun. Let's talk about the storylines of this because there's the Seth Rollins stuff, which we'll see how all that plays out. Obviously, I'm leaning towards it's probably not a work, unfortunately. But they pretty immediately focus. Braun's the next champ and everything. Him having an intense stare down with Gunther, that worked. That was good. Yeah, I mean, dude, all the matches were good, man. Like the Penta stuff, LA Knight stuff was good. When LA Knight came out second, I pretty much had a feeling they were gonna have Braun run through some people, and then you had Jey Uso.
Yeah.
In the middle of the match, technically, or the beginning, but still redoing the entrance again. That's just like rubbing it in at this point. But hey, the crowd eats it up every time. What are you gonna do? I like that they, which it was weird to me. Oh, it's a gauntlet, so there's no disqualification.
I know, and they said that a million times.
Which so Bronson came out there, and that's why Jay lost because Bronson helped. So that protects Jay. I get it. Well, if they said it the whole time, why didn't they just immediately have Bronson double team him? When Punk came out or something. But that's being nitpicky. But I like that they protected Jay, and then Punk came out, and got the win. Jay came back to help, which was nice to see.
Yep.
And then Punk won. That was kind of just whatever. Punk won. Who cares? But then
I think it was who cares? But I'm not gonna lie. Once Punk won and they were whooping up on his ass, and then fucking Roman came back.
Punk was getting his ass whipped, and he needed help. And his tribal chief, had to go out there and save him.
Punk has saved Roman's ass. I'm not gonna lie, and you know it. So
I can't recall anything like that ever happening.
I'm just thinking of a specific War Games match, but that's okay.
You mean when Roman got the pin at the end of it? Yeah, I remember that.
Whenever Roman and his whole family betrayed his ass, and the only person around was Punk. I remember that. That's fine. Yeah.
So the thing I liked, and this is even just without me giving you shit about it, but Roman comes out there, whips some ass. Crowd went nuts for it. Let's be honest, dude. Guy, he's the fucking man. Okay, the guy is absolutely one of the top superstars. Arguably the top, but huge pop. Immediately merch sold, social media views all over the place. The guy's a star, But what I liked was he goes out there after whipping that ass. He helps Jay up. And then what happened next, Brady? What happened after he helped Jay up?
Nothing.
Did CM Punk reach out, ask him for help, and Roman basically said "fuck you" and didn't help him up? Yeah, that's what I remember.
I remember it going off the air. That's what I remember.
No. CM Punk reached his hand out, and Roman didn't give him any help. Gave him the cold shoulder.
Yeah, now he's jealous because Punk's got the match with Gunther, and he's like over here. Now what the fuck am I supposed to do? He has nothing to do. So.
Well, he probably had something to do, but it doesn't look like it anymore. So, let's talk about that. I think it's probably pretty obvious where they'll go with it. I imagine a tag match, don't you?
Yeah. At first, my initial intuition was, oh my god, they're gonna put Roman and fucking Punk and Gunther in that match, and then Roman's gonna get the belt. Like, I was like, oh my god, okay. But
hey, I was just hoping they were going to announce Roman as a surprise, like sixth entrant into it. Is what I was hoping. Didn't happen, obviously. Punk's got the match, so I think right now it's probably going to head toward Braun and Bronson versus Roman and Jay. And you know what? If neither of them have anything else going on, I don't got any problem with that. No, they can open up night 1 or 2 or something, probably. That's not where Tribal Chief deserves to be, but.
Curtain jerk.
Fuck off.
He's not headlining over the WWE Championship on night 2 or the World Heavyweight on night 1. Like, not happening.
Most likely, you're probably right. Although, would you actually be shocked if they put? Because let's be honest, Jay's fucking over as anyone else on the roster. Would you be completely surprised if they main evented night 1?
I would be upset. I think I'd be like, you know what, fuck this shit.
And what would you do?
Punk won his belt.
What would you do? Watch it anyways?
Fuck no.
Yeah,
I'm
you
done
would.
with that shit. But turn that crap off.
Is this another? Would you cancel your Peacock subscription?
No, because we still got night 2, and I need to see Cody whoop that John Cena ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, it's time. Cena's got to drop the belt, and if he doesn't drop it at SummerSlam, he's got to keep it. Like, straight up, he's got to keep it.
In my opinion, I wouldn't. Here's the thing: if this is something we talked about a million times over, how do they actually go about this? If he does win, he needs to. Yeah, you're right. He needs to keep it all the way through. To either do what he says and retire with it, and just send the whole thing into chaos, which part of me wants to see that,
me too.
Or Cody needs to finally take it from him in the last match. Now, there's already rumors. Have you seen the rumors of who his last opponent will be?
No.
There is a rumor, and who the fuck knows at this point, but rumor is that they want Gunther to be his last match.
Are you fucking for real? Gunther's
awesome.
Okay. All right, listen, man. I would be okay.
Would you rather see him, some random legend match that won't actually be that good? I don't know. I wouldn't.
Random legend match? Like who? What do you mean?
I don't know. Any of these old fucks that want to try to get one last big match against Cena.
Roman?
fuck you, no.
No,
Cena
okay,
ain't gonna
listen.
Cena ain't gonna step up to Roman. He's not that dumb. He'll get his ass
Cena,
whipped.
Cena versus Punk, Cena versus Roman, Cena versus fucking the returning Brock Lesnar, Cena. I mean, dude, there's so many other options. Gunther, no shot, dude, no fucking way. Or
We'll
is
see.
Cena going out with Gunther?
We'll see what happens, dude. They clearly, here's the thing. Triple H is a
And,
fan of Gunther. Triple H is a fan of Gunther clearly, and
and that's
and
fine.
and I'm sure I'd be willing to bet that Gunther, there, because of the fact, once again, outside of the U.S., Gunther is a huge star in Europe. So probably that has something to do with the world. They got to look at worldwide appeal or something. Maybe it's not true. It's just a rumor. Some fuck on the internet said it. Doesn't mean it's true. We'll see.
Punk, Randy Orton.
Yeah, we've already seen that. Why would we want to see that for his last match? That sucks.
What do you? Okay, but his last match is not as a heel, not a cheating John Cena. Like, I want to see John Cena as a face going against either Punk, Roman, Orton. Those are really the top three. To go out on, come on.
I mean,
man.
yeah, I'd love for
Gunther,
Roman to send that bald bitch into retirement. The other two, we
he's
already
not
saw. We
bald
don't need to see
anymore,
it.
dude.
We
He's
don't
got
need to see
hair
it.
implants. What?
I don't know, man. Look, I don't know. That again, like I said, that's just a rumor on the internet. We got, what is it? 5 months or whatever to get to that. We'll see.
Okay. Are you working on August 2nd and August 3rd?
Absolutely.
God, dude.
It is what it is, man. I can't do nothing about it.
You tell them jabronis that you need the day off.
We'll see. We'll see what happens on that.
Okay. So here's the thing about SummerSlam.
Yeah.
SummerSlam is going to be the first two-night SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited, man.
Super stoked. I cannot wait.
Mm-hmm.
However, we're 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away.
We got
And
they're lining it up, dude. Another
They
match
are.
I forgot is the Jelly Roll. We've got to talk about this. Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, what is it, Orton and Drew? Hey, for a celebrity match, they could do worse, okay? Let's be honest. They could do a lot worse.
Drew McIntyre deserves to be in that match?
No, he does not. He deserves
Right.
to whip Cena's ass and send
Right.
that bitch into retirement
Straight
and take
up.
the title from him.
I would 100%. No, I'm not going to say rather see Drew versus Cena versus Cody versus Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather see Drew in a situation like, if hell, man, like, again, I'm a Punk fan. Eliminate Punk from the situation. Put Drew in the gauntlet match. I would much rather have seen Drew and Gunther.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't agree with Drew being in that match. However, whatever, dude.
Yeah, it's
You know what that tells me? That tells me the same thing that Vince McMahon saw in him whenever he was, wee baby Drew, and he fired his ass. That's exactly what's going to happen. So he's putting him in bad, awkward spots, and he's never gonna get to outgrow it. Though the biggest match that Drew has had in the last 3 years was the Hell in the Cell match versus Punk, and then Punk whooped that ass. That's it. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean,
Not wrong. Okay.
hey,
But
what
Drew
happened
deserves-
after their first match? What did that lead to?
It doesn't matter because Punk won 2 out of 3.
No, you personally. This is not a wrestling storyline thing. What happened?
What, me?
Yeah, you had to wear that Drew shirt, bro.
Yeah, and that was a fucking bunk ass bet that I will never make again. I promise you. That's hanging in my closet and it will always stay there. And actually, next time I mail you something, I'm mailing it to you just so it doesn't have to be in my house.
No, you were gonna keep that because it was a gift.
Oh yeah, well, hey man, I cannot wait to see you wear a CM Punk shirt that was also a gift.
Well, you're gonna have to figure out a way to convince me to bet on it, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Well, we're gonna see what WrestleMania holds.
Yeah, we'll get around to it next year. But yeah, so man, I mean, right now, like I said, it was a big weekend of just a lot of stuff happened. You got to see a crazy ass show. You got to see, the Tribal Chief return. OTC won. baby. Woo! That was the biggest thing of the weekend, obviously, is, Roman coming back. But no, I mean, how are you feeling after this? Like I said, a lot of stuff happened in a lot those from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That was a whole lot of stuff.
I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
There's so much just being cram packed.
Yeah.
Honestly, if the AEW show wouldn't have been there, it would have been okay. But there was just so much over the weekend. I don't know that getting up there in my age, I don't know that I'm going to be able to support that many more, jam packed ass weekends. Where I'm on the road. Like, if I'm sitting here at home watching the shows, that's one thing. But watching a show and then getting my ass home to watch another show and then watching another show, like, whew. On top of that, everything else is just going on in life, man. I want to be able to retire and then just not worry about anything else but watching wrestling shows. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool, yeah. So, but man, I mean, I'm pumped after the weekend. There was a whole lot of stuff going on. There's a whole lot of stuff to watch for. SummerSlam should be good, regardless of Logan Paul and Jelly Roll. But like I said, as far as celebrity matches go, they could do a lot worse. So it is what it is. That's just part of the business, is those kinds of gimmicky matches.
But I've also heard that Jelly Roll
is actually, he's working.
Center. Yeah.
Hey, he looked noticeably smaller than than that. Whenever the last time he showed up, where who did he choke slam? I can't remember who was it, Theory or someone like that. That was. Yeah. He looks noticeably smaller. So I mean, I'm not expecting him to go out there and bust out a Canadian Destroyer by any means, but
I mean, fuck, dude, you never know, dude.
I'm gonna go on record as saying that he will not bust out a Hurricane Rana or a Canadian Destroyer of any kind.
I was going to talk about this, and I completely forgot. During the AEW show, I have never felt so uncomfortable with the amount of pile drivers that were taking place. The Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm, she did a pile driver off the top rope to Mercedes to win. But just overall, throughout the whole night, the amount of pile drivers being distributed.
They do a lot of that, yeah. That's one of those things, yeah.
Like I said, I don't normally get uncomfortable. I started getting uncomfortable. I'm like, somebody's gonna, not walk out of one of these. But hey, man, other than that, I had to say that. Jelly Roll.
Hey, man, the guy is one. He seems like a cool guy. He does love wrestling. So, he's apparently been working for close to a month already, and he's got another couple weeks down in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
If someone comes in there because they want to be there and want to, be a part of the show because they love it, I'm all for it. I'd rather it, as long, if it's someone who's just there because they're promoting a movie and they don't actually give a shit, fuck that. Or they're promoting their new album, fuck that. If they genuinely like the business and take it seriously and train, cool. I'm all for, more eyeballs. That's the thing. A Logan Paul and Jelly Roll will get more eyeballs than even some of the most popular wrestlers. That's just a fact. So it is what it is. Did you hear that the early word was that the reason we don't see Mr. Travis Scott no more is because he tried to do some training and apparently wasn't really gelling with it and didn't catch on?
Yep. So, fuck that guy.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I don't got nothing against him personally. I'm just saying, if he realizes it's not for him, move on. Cool,
I had zero interest in Travis Scott.
Yeah, no, me too. But some people did. Some people did. So, but again, if he can't do it, and it's clear, and it's not something he can actually contribute, if he just moved on, hey, it is what it is, So.
It's like the Bad Bunny thing, man. I had zero interest in seeing Bad Bunny in anything. I was at Royal Rumble.
The dude showed up and performed, though. I mean.
Yeah,
he busted out a Canadian Destroyer, so good for him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, so we've gone through all of our basic recap. We didn't really get down into the nitty gritty, which is fine.
Too many shows, yeah.
Yeah. Next week, or here in the next few days, we'll get on and do another recording. Because first off, we can't go another month without recording because, god dang, man. Anyway, so we have a new segment, and the segment at first was frowned upon by many people who I asked about because of current events going on in the world, but I think that has finally passed. So, question of the night.
Yes, hit me with it. You apparently got something that you think is gonna get me talking,
Yes.
so let's hear it.
WWE never sold the TKO, and a McMahon was required to run it and continue to run it. Which would be the absolute best choice? Would it be Vince? Would it be Steph? Would it be Shane? Or would it have been one have the grandkids? Or would it have been Linda? And would it have been taken? Would WWE have been taken further than it has been with TKO with the McMahon? And I need to know your reasoning.
So here's the thing. Fuck Vince McMahon. He's a piece of shit. Fuck him. No, Vince was clearly, and besides him just being a disgusting, despicable. No. Let me get it out. Let me get it out. Despite the fact that he's a disgusting, despicable human being and he's a garbage piece of shit, Vince McMahon was clearly out of touch with so much over the last few years. Any dumb shit that thinks LA Knight was better off as Maxine male model, whatever. If he couldn't see that what LA Knight is capable of, he's a fucking idiot. Just plain and simple. Among so many other things over the last several years, when he was clearly still running things, he's just out of touch. Not that he couldn't probably have a good idea here and there occasionally, but overall, no, Vince McMahon was out of touch. So fuck him. Let's go down the list. Shane, I don't think Shane has that kind of creativity of doing it. Like, not that he can't have a good idea, not that he can't be a occasional good performer. I've never heard of him actually being any kind of actual real creative guy storyline wise. In fact, rumor was he fucked up the Royal Rumble that you went to, and his inclusion in it fucked a lot of shit up and didn't run very smooth. So I don't have anything against Shane showing up every now and then, but no, I've never actually heard anything that would imply that creativity wise he would be some great booker at all. Never heard anyone say anything that would make me believe it at all. Linda, fuck no, just no. Grandkids, I don't know any of them guys or girls, so why no? Just no, because I don't know any of them. So Stephanie is the obvious choice. Stephanie could be running things. She was running things, and it was going good. People like working for Stephanie. It's been said a million times that people liked working for her, and she's really great with talent. The obvious way she would run it is she would be in charge if it was some kind of, corporate bylaw. Triple H would be running creative, just like he's doing now, which is where we're at now. That's what it should be. Triple H is by no means perfect. There's definitely some eye roll decisions, and especially in the women's side, he's getting better at that, but it was pretty pretty bad for a little bit there, let's be honest. But he's gotten better at that. But no, Stephanie McMahon, because she would be running it with Triple H, running creative. So it's pretty much what we have now and what it should be. Like I said, they're not perfect, no one ever is, but I think maybe if it wasn't under TKO, maybe you wouldn't. I mean, if it wasn't under TKO, Brady, what would you bitch about then? Because they wouldn't have sponsors in the ring mat, so what would you bitch about?
There would be no recreational bitching.
No recreational bitching, yeah. You got to have your recreational bitching for no reason. So what's your take on that? I hope I didn't just monopolize that and lay it all out, but what's your take on it?
No. Yeah, so here's the thing. Like, I think if you had the Vince McMahon from Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era today, and he had the same creative mindset, maybe. But, like you said, so out of touch with reality, so out of touch with what normal, everyday needs to be, right? Like, he was. I think that Stephanie was great at what she did. She did run the company for pretty good while,
Mm-hmm.
especially during Vince's absence, and I think it was fine. I do think Shane is great on camera. The dude can put on a match. The dude can talk. He can be a heel. He can be a face. Whatever. He's a great.
I'm all about him
character.
performing, even though it's not my favorite. But yeah.
Right. I've always been a huge Shane McMahon fan. At the end of the day, do I think that he's what's best for business on the back end? No. That Royal Rumble that I went to, I thought was fantastic. I loved being there. It was super fun. And then you go back and you rewatch it, and you're like, oh, that kind of sucked, dude. But being there in the moment, it's different because you're there. So, anyway, do I think Linda deserves or should ever have ran WWE Creative? No, she could be the CEO, fine. She can, push paper, fine, whatever. But do I think that Stephanie could have ran the company better without TKO? Yes. Do I think that her and Triple H could have ran it better without TKO? Yes. Do I think that TKO should exist? In my opinion, I think that they're just getting to the point, and again, you can tell me I'm recreational or recreational bitching.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, whenever WWE was WWE, we could afford a seat, and that's just what it is. And I think that they're just so far out of touch, which I have noticed. Okay, I have noticed that on some WWE shows, like maybe they have kind of drawn it back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But we're really going to find out when it comes next year, WrestleMania. And if they, we've talked about this before. Like if they can sell a seat for $10,000, by God, they're going to sell that seat for $10,000. That's just what it is. But if you go back and I read this online, so don't quote me.
Okay, yeah.
If you go back and you watch some WrestleManias when it was just actual WWE fans versus people who can afford $10,000 seats, or people that can afford a $10,000 seat, they're not there to hoop and holler and scream because they're not escaping from reality. They don't have to escape from reality. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you and I go to WrestleMania together, dude, we're fucking there. Like you and I are there.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else that's happening in the world.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I'm at WrestleMania, right? So I think that's where the disconnect is for me, is we have been priced out. Like, that's just what it is. Like, dude, hell, man, SmackDown, I couldn't afford to go. There's still things that, like, I want to go and see the big events like we used to do 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Can't do it. I think that's the big thing. And I think if TKO was eliminated or never came into play and it was still a, Steph CEO type situation where they own WWE, publicly traded, yes, but if they wouldn't have, turned into this big fucking huge just company under an umbrella.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, it's the same thing, man. They own the PBR, they own UFC, they own them all. And I was talking to Dad about this, man. The PBR tickets are so expensive. Like, it's priced people out of even going to the PBR. Like, and
it's one of those things where, like, I've heard that for just numerous things. It's not just, and so I don't think it's necessary. I think TKO is all about jacking those prices up, but I don't think it's fair to blame them by any means either, because who's to say that Triple H on his own, wouldn't say, again, because this is the analogy I made a while back, and I'll say it again, like, when they put a ticket, on Ticketmaster for, say it's, a $1,000 front row seat to a big show, and then it gets resold for $2,000, what the hell are they supposed to think other than, well, damn, I could have been getting all that $2,000. Like, and that's what happens. Those resales go up like crazy all over the place. Even now they still go up, but I don't doubt that they wouldn't be, jacking it up. Maybe it wouldn't be as bad, maybe it wouldn't. That's just speculation.
Well,
but
it's the same thing.
Certainly TKO is not shy about doing it though.
Yeah, so. It's like concerts, man. Like, for instance, My Chemical Romance is in town on August 2nd. Love to go. I'm a huge MCR fan. Dude, no fucking shot am I going to pay $300 for a seat in the 300 sections.
Oh,
Not
I
happening.
mean, before the tour got canceled, this is a year and a half ago by now. But before the tour got canceled, it got postponed and then canceled. The Aerosmith's last tour, me and two of my friends are like, we bonded over loving Aerosmith, and we've been to done a bunch of their shows in the $50s and $60 range to $100 something range. And this last tour, which was a year and a half ago or 2 years ago when we bought the tickets, was going to be 300 plus. I mean, that was like, and that was, we were gonna do it because it was their final tour, and there was no way, as lifelong friends and fans of bonding over that, we were gonna miss that. Unfortunately, it all got canceled, which I would have rather, seen that, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, it's everything now, man. Everything is priced up high. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, but anyway, back to my question.
Yeah.
Do I think that Steph would have been the absolute best choice? I do.
Yeah.
And I think that her and Triple H would have been able to run it very, very well. I think Vince is a greedy fucking douchebag who decided that, if he can't have it, no one can. And then it went to a big corporation, and that's fine. But I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, it's and the pricing, again, as long as they're selling out big shit, or they don't even have to sell out. If SummerSlam, if a sellout is 70,000 and they still got 65,000, I think they're okay. They're happy with that. Whatever, as long as it's still doing good, they're gonna keep doing that. It's we're the reality now is we're at least a couple years away from seeing anything like that where they're having such trouble selling that the prices are going to start going down again. We're a ways away from that because right now it's gotten they're selling. So
well, and then like you said earlier, they're bringing in celebrities like Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, like these are big stars, and people are going to pay those prices to see Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Jelly Roll live in concert, kind of. I was walking past him at Daytona when we were at Rockville.
Yeah.
I've seen him live. He went on stage with Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit. Like that was fucking cool.
Yeah.
It really was. Personally, would I pay an additional $500 a seat to go see Jelly Roll at SummerSlam? No.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that are going to.
Yeah, so, I mean, until ticket sales slow down, prices are what they are, and you and me are just going to have to keep we're going to have to keep that Peacock, you're going to have to keep that Peacock subscription. No matter how bad CM Punk gets screwed out of the WWE belt, you're going to have to keep that Peacock subscription, buddy. All right?
I'm fixing to cancel that shit. Dude, if Punk doesn't win, I'm canceling that shit. I'll watch Night 2, and that's it. I'm done.
I'm clipping that. Yeah,
clip it.
I'm going to make a compilation of these. And when Punk retires without winning, or he loses it immediately, I'm gonna call you out on it.
Peacock and Netflix chopped right off the bat. So I'm gonna watch Night 2 of SummerSlam, and then after it, canceled. And then I'm gonna watch Monday Night Raw the next night, and then after it, if they don't get their shit together, canceled, done, no more.
You're full of shit.
I think I canceled or threatened to cancel WWE Network like every other month.
You threatened to cancel Netflix for years. Every time they raise it $1.
Hey man, dude, I got fucking mouths to feed, man. Oh my god, dude, it's been a really good evening. I'm glad we finally got back together. And here's the thing: we can't let it go another month. And content's important. All it takes is one hit, man. So one hit for us to go viral. We go viral, and then we're backstage at WWE. They're gonna pay us to be there, or at least give us a ticket for free. And
that
then
would be awesome, yeah.
And then we're gonna be the ones reporting back, like for instance, Wheezy Blonde, or
I want to see. I want to sit next to like a a couple of people I follow, like Public Enemies podcast. Those guys are funny. I want to sit next to Stephanie Hype. She's cool as shit. I love that. I love her. She's cool as shit. So yeah, I want to sit next to someone like that at a presser, you know, and and have that kind of those kind of credentials. We'll see.
What's the guy? Sean Ross something.
Sean Ross Sapp.
Yeah, that guy's kind of a douche, but I like him.
He is kind of a douche, but he's like usually right. Like people don't want to admit it, like they twist words, but you know, he definitely his brand is being a dick to people that he can like out talk, which he does quite often.
Yeah, I like Santi Zap too. Santi Zap's cool. I won a belt from him once. Remember that?
Took you like 3 months to get it, but yeah, you got it.
God, man. What a shit show that was.
No, he seems like he's a funny guy. I've seen clips of him doing stuff too. So we'll see one day. Speaking of one, OTC one is back. Yeah.
OTC one is back. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go out on this, and I've really enjoyed it. Again, we're back. We are back. We are back. What I'm saying is, we are back. We are back. And we are going to continue recording. We need to get a little caught up. So here's the thing. We have 2 weeks until SummerSlam. So we need 2 episodes out. And then we're going to talk SummerSlam Night 1 and Night 2 after all of it has, completed. And we're going to be... I really wish that we could figure out a way to get together. Rather it me... I know that our situation's a little difficult at this point, but we got to watch a show together at some point. I think, and I don't remember what year it was, maybe 2022, 2023, we were like taking turns going back to each other's houses. That was such a good time.
Yeah.
Anyway, figuring something like that out again would be fun. But other than that, man, is there anything else that you need to get off your chest?
No, man, that was like I said. I'm honestly like I'm extremely bummed about Seth being injured, and hope that he gets back soon. Hope more than anything that he's okay. But I'm very excited for Roman to be back. I'm interested to see when him and Cody are going to take off for the Street Fighter movie, because apparently both of them got roles in that. I wonder when that's going down. So we'll see. But no, man, I'm. Like I said, a bunch of stuff happened this weekend, but there's a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. NXT's continuing to impress me. They got such good people there, up and comers. AEW had a great weekend. AEW hardcore fans, I should say, are extremely pleased with it and really loving what's going on. Happy for Hangman, he's awesome. And WWE's rolling. We'll see what's going on. What do you think? What are you thinking about right now?
Hey, man. I'm going to just recap everything you just said in one sentence. What a fucking weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just what it was.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to sign off with this. That is Chris. I am Brady. We are working the crowd, and I'm going to sign off with a signature line. Are you ready?
Yeah. What's that?
Fuck Roman Reigns.
Man, fuck CM Punk. Fuck you. All right. Till next time.
We're out.